Let's start with a number. The global construction industry loses roughly $1.6 trillion every single year. Break that down, and you are looking at a $4.3 billion leak every single day. When you see numbers that large, it's easy to picture dramatic disasters on the job site: steel failing, foundations cracking, structures collapsing into dust. But that is rarely where the money goes. The real hemorrhage is entirely invisible. It happens quietly, day after day, through thousands of undocumented actions and administrative blind spots. It's the critical update buried in a personal WhatsApp thread, the inspection form sitting unsigned on a dashboard, the site photo with no location data, and the change order email that never arrived. This vacuum of reliable data destroys accountability across the entire project. It creates a reality where simply finishing the physical work means nothing. If you want to trigger a payment, that work must be undeniably proven. General contractors are caught in an endless cash flow nightmare because they cannot definitively prove to owners exactly what was built and properly inspected. Subcontractors finish their jobs only to find their progress payments stalled. Without proper, traceable evidence attached to their completed work, the money stops moving. Project managers are trapped in the crossfire of these disputes. When thousands of undocumented minor issues snowball into a major delay, they have no solid record to sustain it, and they lose credibility trying to defend the timeline. And the owners ultimately absorb the worst of it. They end up paying for inflated claims during the build, and when the project is finally handed over, they receive zero structured, usable data to actually run the facility. Solving this trust gap requires a definitive, unified chain of custody that protects every stakeholder on the site. That is why we built Crane. It operates as the single source of truth for both internal and external parties, serving as the operating system of the field. Field teams don't have time to navigate complex menus. Crane's architecture is intentionally lean, allowing workers to execute assignments, record data, and generate new tasks in a matter of seconds. It strips away the noise. Every specific user only sees the workflows relevant to them. By answering the question, "What's in it for me?" the platform drives actual collaboration instead of forced compliance. The chaotic, reactive scramble for missing documents is replaced by a structured, predictable execution process. To completely eliminate payment disputes, Crane relies on a specific mathematical mechanic we call the three-way lock. First, you have the work breakdown structure item. This represents the strictly planned scope of the work. Second, you have the specification document or the precise attachment required to prove compliance. Finally, you have the field reality, a GPS-located, time-stamped photo captured directly on site. When these three data points connect, claims stop being assumptions and become undeniable evidence. Progress validates itself, and payments accelerate. Project managers can keep the sector-leading enterprise planning and document management systems already deployed on their projects. Crane orchestrates these tools, connecting office-level data directly to reality capture operations in the field to create one seamless ecosystem. Because Crane automatically aligns this data, project managers can step out of the crossfire. They are backed by a defensible, automated record that speaks for them. Securing daily payment approvals is only phase one. The ultimate value of a project lies in the long game, the high-frequency, post-handover operational data. Traditionally, handover is a dead end. Highly valuable data gets buried in dusty physical folders or trapped behind broken digital links, leaving facility operations teams flying blind within months. This timeline shows how Crane prevents data decay from day one. It digitizes daily progress, quality workflows, and inspections in real time during the initial construction phase. That information isn't lost when the keys are handed over. The data package moves continuously through structured digital delivery and tracks seamlessly into the defects liability period without breaking the chain. By the time the building is occupied, Crane delivers complete FM-ready asset intelligence. Facility managers can access entire maintenance histories and warranties simply by scanning a QR code on the equipment. Capturing field activity as connected records turns the noise of construction into a permanent, high-frequency database. By organizing every detail of the asset's history into clean, standardized datasets, Crane provides the foundation for AI to analyze performance and improve capital efficiency for the life of the building. This ecosystem is operating at scale. Crane is actively deployed across more than 100 megaprojects, digitizing over 120,000 complex field tasks. The system was stress-tested on the world's longest suspension bridge, the 1915 Çanakkale Bridge, and it adapts to vast multi-site footprints, like the Saudi PIF's modular construction programs in Qiddiya. Crane restores trust to the physical world. No one should lose money, sleep, or credibility over work they actually did. Every honest day on site deserves to be seen, proven, and paid.